Hello everybody, welcome back to Endless Customs with another video on my custom Mortal Kombat series Mezco style figures. This is actually my favorite ninja. It's gonna be Reptile. He is by far my favorite character, and then I would say next would be Raiden. I remember when I used to play Mortal Kombat 1 as a kid with my brothers, I was never able to do a fatality. Like, I don't know, Liu Kang's was probably one of the easier ones that I tried to do and I couldn't do. It was like the down forward back X or something. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I couldn't do it. Like back then, the fatalities you had to do it like really fast, and you know the spacing was exact and stuff like that. So I remember being mad that I couldn't do the fatalities. Then Mortal Kombat 2 came out. I couldn't do any of the fatalities. Then Mortal Kombat 3, I couldn't do any of the fatalities. It was all the way up until Mortal Kombat 4 came out that I was finally able to do my first fatality. And it was the one that you hold all four buttons. You walk up to the you know, the enemy or whatever, and then you just push up and let it go, and he does the face eating fatality. And I remember I was like extremely happy that I was finally able to do a fatality. My brothers were like always trying to like tell me, oh, it just takes practice, but I remember that feeling. Being able to do my first fatality was awesome. So that was all thanks to Reptile and whoever decided to make that fatality that easy to do. But then yeah, I got pretty good at the game, and you know from there I took off, like, you know, being able to be good at video games when I was older. But yeah, I just always remembered that, and you know, it was a cool thing. So I wanted to get into my custom Reptile here. So the different takes on the figures that I have is just kind of like inspiration that I get from either like the character or like the way that it was seen in other character designs of the same character. So let me just measure him real quick. So he is right a little bit over 6.5 inches, and this was with his reptile head. Then I also have his ninja head. Let me find it. Give me a second. I also have his ninja head here, and some of the other accessories that the Storm collectible figure comes with. So I got this head sculpt from the 5K Ninjas. It's a really nice head sculpt, and they come with these masks. So I basically just painted it with this like metallic green that I made. So you can see here, that's his. I still have to add the gold trim on this, but it takes forever for this paint to dry, so I haven't had a chance to go back and paint the gold finishes on there. So that's the Reptile human head that I have right there. You can see the detail in that is pretty awesome. So I gotta paint that up, but I'm just gonna keep it on the Reptile head, like the reptilian head, for this video, just because that head sculpt I haven't done the super glue or the hot glue trick. So they are interchangeable. It's on a peg, and this head I have to take that peg off I have to take this peg off in order to put this head on. So it's a little bit tricky to do on camera. So but you can see this head has a lot of articulation because of the double ball peg. It pops off easily, like it's fine. It's just I had to do another peg for this head specifically, and then this head doesn't fit on this head. So anyways, yeah, the double ball, or it's not the double, oh yeah, it is the double ball peg gives it a lot of articulation. I wish I can get a little bit more articulation from the neck, but it's just because of the heavy armor that he has that limits it. But I mean, he can look down, he can look up really well, side to side. You know, definitely has a lot of articulation on the head, so that's really awesome. I had to make some changes to the armor so that he can do the T pose. So he's doing the T pose. He has ab articulation, back. The bodysuit is from C4 Charles on eBay, so check his store out. He is amazing. He does really good quality work. I've bought a lot of suits from him, and he always messages and lets me know like ETAs on the suits and things like that. So he's awesome. And then he can kick forward 90, double jointed knees. The suit does not hinder at all. It splits. I don't want to do it too much because of this armor piece that I have on him, but he definitely can still do the splits, if I force it. It's just, for whatever the pose you want to get him in. And then he does come with the 5K Toys hand sets. This is the original Mortal Kombat Storm collectible reptile head, or from the original figure. So it comes with the tongue, the acid spit. I was gonna do my own, but then I was like, you know what, like it looks really well, and I was able to get rid of my figure, trade it without the head, without the reptile head. So I was like, oh, awesome, I kept it. So I think it works really well. I like the way it looks, because it looks realistic. It's not like a cartoon or anything like that. So I just really like it. And I was gonna I have a custom lizard that I've made, that I was gonna use that head sculpt for this. Let me find them real quick. Give me a second. So I was gonna originally do this. I'm gonna do a review on this custom lizard once I get through the Mortal Kombat series. But I was gonna originally use this reptile head for a head, or this body as well. But I just really like the way this looks. Like, like it looks almost human. Like the shape of the head, and it's not full reptile, it's not full lizard or anything like that. So I actually, instead of making the reptile on this body, I was like, oh well, I really like this body, so I ended up making it a custom lizard. And I like my lizard like human size. I don't like I do like the big giant one, but I really like the Dr. Connors transforms into a lizard look, where it looks more human. And maybe eventually I'll switch out these pants for a more modern look, but I like the classic look, so I still have to probably update this figure, but I'll do a review on him another time. I just wanted to kind of show you my process of thinking of how I was gonna do this figure. And originally I was gonna do it like the ninjas, like a kind of like a gi looking suit. But then I was like, you know what? In the new Mortal Kombat movie, he's like big, and I was like, you know what? That I like the way that looks. And then in Mortal Kombat 10, I believe, he has like kind of heavy armor like this. And then in Mortal Kombat 9, I can't remember, but there's versions of him that have kind of heavy armor. So I really like that, and I was gonna do kind of like a Mortal Kombat 4 look, where he has like the purple pants and the I forgot what kind of shirt he has. But then I was like, you know what, that's too basic. Like I want him to be like a royal, enforcer or royal hitman kind of look. So I'm like, you know what, like with that royal aspect of it, I was like, he would wear armor, and he would be strong enough to wear heavy armor because he's reptile. He can change. So I played with the idea, and I came across this armor that actually comes with the lizard figure that I was just showing. I'll do a whole review and I'll explain that. But yeah, so I basically had to paint the entire armor this like metallic green to make it work. I did the knots for this for the shoulder pads, because it actually goes through here and on the shoulder pad itself. so that way, you know, it doesn't get away of the articulation. And then it attaches through here from the strap, and I just kept that one just because it looks nice. So that's how I put this whole chest piece on. I put this over the bodysuit. I had to heat it up a little bit. I still have to sew it in the back. I just was kind of doing a mock-up, and then eventually just was like, man, that looks really nice. And you know, the whole idea with the simplicity of the underbody suit, I was like, you know what, I like it. Like, you know, if he had to like go full Reptile and rip his armor and rip the underneath cloth, like, you know, I'd be okay with that. Like, it would look like he, like, Hulk rips out of his shorts and stuff like that. So, you know, I was figuring like, oh, okay, well, he would probably wear something simple and not so like particular, like in case he had to replace it or whatever, you get what I mean? So, you know, I kind of play with that idea, and I really like the way it looks. I still have to add more like armor pieces on his legs because it looks plain. But I just did the regular wrappings because I still haven't decided on how I want to make his boots. If I want to make them like kind of like heavy boots, or just kind of like this where, you know, I guess he can be quiet as a ninja or whatever. So, you know, it's just my take on the figure, and I really like the way that it came out. I like the gold trimmings, or like the bronze looking dirty gold. I just think it looks really well, and it's perfect because it actually has reptiles on it, like dragon looking characters on there and stuff. So you know, it just all went really good because I was like, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with this armor, but you know, it just all worked out really well because one day I just decided, hey, you know what, I'm gonna start making Mortal Kombat figures because that Sub-Zero was gonna come out and he was gonna be alone. So I'm like, I have to do the Mortal Kombat. So me and my nephew actually started busting them out like I think in one day we did like 4. I had a different version of Scorpion, I had a different version of Shang Tsung, I had a different version of Raiden and Reptile, and you know, somehow they just all came out, and I just love the way that they looked. So, you know, I like being able to see them take on Goro, you know. So anyways, so yeah, like this figure definitely has quite a lot that he can do, and I just like that idea, like, you know, being able to do all that, like the posing, and you know, being able to make him dynamic. I have some photos of him fighting my custom Johnny Cage on my my TikTok and Instagram. So if you guys want to check out the other ones, you can see, you know, like how it looks with the armor and stuff like that, and the poses that I did. So, you know, this figure can definitely do a lot. So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think about my custom Reptile. I really like the way that he looks. This body, oh, again, the body is a, yes, you guessed it, the zero body suit. I mean, this I can't talk about this figure enough. Like, you know, I definitely need to order like 10 more, but you know, I have to budget for all that stuff. But this figure is by far the best buck. I mean, I can't preach it enough. It's amazing. 5K Toys, shout out to you guys. Toy Metaverse did have them for a while, but I don't think they have them now. But please continue to make these bodies, please, please, please. And then so yeah, so this is my Reptile. I hope you guys liked the video. Let me do a couple size comparisons with the figures that I have. If you guys want to see them with different figures, I'll eventually go through my my Marvel Legends line. This is just the one that I had lying around. But I really have limited Marvel Legends because either I have the Mezco counterpart, or I've Mezco custom my own. So you can see here, Reptile's taller than, you know, Iceman. Let's see, the ant body, you know, you can see here, he's taller. Even with the boots that I made him taller, the Reptile's still bigger. That's why I love these figures, or the bucks. Here's with Firefly, and his dang, the bag came off. Here's with Firefly, so he's pretty short. Let's see what else. Let's see who else I have here. yeah, just like random scaling, I guess. Here's with my, oh, no, hold on guys, let me just put this on there. Thankfully that didn't do as much damage as I thought it was gonna do, but my Pokemon box stand is falling, so I gotta get a stand. But this is with my custom Hulk. I'll do a review on him. What else? I guess these are just teasers, you know. Oh, like, I just wanted to showcase this one. The best Hulkbuster figure out there. You can see here. I'll do a review on that Hulkbuster too. Let's see there, and then what else? My custom morph for my Kit Bash morph. You can see here that figure is short, but that's my Kit Bash morph. I have his jacket, but I have it on another character right now. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. I really enjoy making these Mortal Kombat figures. I'm still working on quite a bit, but I kind of split my concentration on other things. Like I had to bust out that Dante, the Hulk, the Red Hulk. What else? Like I did a bunch of Cobras, or not a bunch, just a few Cobras that I was working on. But yeah, so I definitely want to refocus my attention back onto the Mortal Kombat figures, just because, you know, I think they're awesome. And probably I'm eventually going to do Street Fighter. The Jada toys are by far superior for the price point and, you know, the figures and what they give you compared to the SH Figure Arts ones. I had all the SH Figure Arts, but I sold them because I got Storm Collectible, but then I switched from Storm Collectible to try to Mezco-fy them because, you know, that style I kind of got over and I went to Mezco. So I'm probably going to start making some of those figures, so stay tuned for those. And I hope you guys like the channel. I appreciate the help and support and the comments, but please keep liking, please keep sharing, help me grow this channel, and hopefully we can, you know, grow this all together and get more involved with everybody and, you know, build the community and, you know, support one another. So please like, follow, comment, subscribe on YouTube. The I guess following people really helps. So if you can follow, if you can please follow. And my laundry is done, so you can see I'm always busy, so I'm trying to always do something. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think of my custom 112 Mezco style Reptile from Mortal Kombat. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. So as always, keep it original.